Got around to watching it just because it just aired last week on Disney Plus was Limitless. Not to be confused by the Bradley Cooper movie or I think the CBS show that they try to make it serialized on. So this is actually
Bradley Cooper did appear on that show.
He did, yes.
So it's technically like a spin-off.
It's weirdly
it's like
a
sequel spin-off
of the movie.
It's like
TV
weirdly
show.
a spin-off, but is it canon also? I don't know. But
I mean, Bradley Cooper was in it.
Yeah, so it's weird.
I guess.
Yeah.
Multiverse.
It's kind of like what they're doing.
Limitless.
It's similar to what they're doing with Acapulco, where it seems like it's sort of a sequel / prequel to How to Be a Latin Lover, but other different stuff goes on.
Nice.
But Limitless with Chris Hemsworth got some big buzz because it's goes through 6 episodes of Chris Hemsworth going through different kind of approaches to help with longevity and for just and for kind of better wellness overall. So like one of the episodes, it deals with it's like episode 2 was deals with shock. Episode 1 was I remember this because it was about trying to control your emotions or kind of like control stress. So it's about trying to be stress proof. One episode had him going 4 days without eating food. Ooh. Just kind of drinking, but he's also like trying to like stay active and exercise. Because there's some science going on, like how your mind can kind of focus in on acquiring your food and kind of boost peak performance and peak potential at that time. Then the other episode that's amazing is about strength, like what strength looks like and how it helps you out through later on in life. Like if you're much older, like let's say post 60, 70, you're still like strength training or weight training or being active and moving, like the muscles help with keeping yourself moving. And all of these episodes, like these 6 episodes, like he goes through these little challenges to help kind of like prepare him for something really extreme. And wildly enough, this was done by Darren Aronofsky, which you know him from kind of I'd say more like wild, I don't want to say wild dramas, but like really sort of like almost avant-garde
wild artsy
movies. Yeah, it's like he did the big one that comes to mind for me is always Black Swan. So I'm like, oh, this is the guy who's also doing this. And apparently he was really into doing it. He's like, oh, I love National Geographic and I've always wanted to do something like this. And so he, got in touch with Chris Hemsworth. And while some of these were shot before he was doing Thor: Love and Thunder. And so, for example, the strength episode, most of it is shot during his Thor: Love and Thunder prep. And then the culmination of his like actual test of strength is after he filmed it, or like after the filming wrapped up. So it's cool to see, like you'll see him like in different various like stages of physical conditioning throughout the show. And also like a little bit what he eats, but a lot of the science is shown in these cool like pop-up book kind of transition slides. And then they show real life people exhibiting and show as examples of what topic they're talking about that episode. Really enlightening. And big thing that came out from that is the news broke out recently, guys, that he is going to take a bit of time off from acting to help himself kind of like maybe either spend time with family or just kind of do more with his own self-health and wellness. Because in one of the episodes, they actually go through a whole genetic testing and big blood panel, and it shows that he has a high genetic predisposition for Alzheimer's later in life. So I think at first it was kind of shocking to read, but then I thought, hey, that makes sense based off of everything we saw. And I think a lot of people watching it is like, oh, can we really believe that he's going to put himself in either danger, or if he's going to like really put himself in like be a little vulnerable when maybe he's just acting during this? But no, I think that's more evidence of like, no, this is legit. And so it was really cool to see someone like him put himself through, swimming through a Nordic fjord in like 30-degree water, like just in like swim jammers, while his brothers are on a boat like cheering him on. And I'm talking like Liam and Luke Hemsworth. It's the funniest thing ever. Like it's really cool too. And so like you see more of his life too. Like there's a part where he's learning to climb a rope, and like his wife Elsa Pataki is like, oh, I like this, and she's just climbing the rope like easy, and he's just like It's just why don't you do it for me then? Like just really funny, almost like these like light comments, but to see more of like his outside of just acting Thor life that he's got going on. So I highly recommend it. It's very informative and really insightful. Kind of some things that someone who's like big into like the kind of the wellness stuff, I saw that, hey, some things I'm doing and some things, hey, I could probably do a little bit more of that. So it's cannot recommend it enough. It's gonna be on like the Nat Geo side of Disney Plus. And yeah, get to it whenever you can. It's a good watch.
I know we were waiting for it to come out for a long time.
Like a year at least.
And it was on the Disney Plus page, like, oh, coming soon
For
forever.
a while.
The trailer would never like it's just here's a 30-second trailer.
That was probably a COVID delay.
Yeah, that or production delay. Like I don't know. I think something might have had to do with the there was an injury that he kind of like sprained an ankle or something like that. No, not a sprained ankle. It was actually like a fracture that he had to kind of nurse during filming of that. So hey, it's really cool. I liked it a lot. So Limitless, Disney Plus, give it a watch.